was all aboard for it, and if she was willing to make that sacrifice, I'm all right, well, I'm all for it. And then once I gave that okay, I got hit with so many multiple text messages of different information and camper sizes and water tanks and all
So
types
with
of
that
stuff.
being said, the university going crazy. He came up with all the information that he was asking me, and I sent it to him. He researched it himself, added to that research, and then moves on to the next step, which was buying the camper. How did we manage to buy our camper? What particular process did we go through? That's a whole story in itself.
We tried to go to a regular RV dealership just east of Atlanta, and it seemed like we was making good progress, and everything was going well. And then credit came in, and the credit wasn't bad.
No, that was like, come on in, sign the thing.
Yeah, like over the phone, it was come on and sign the thing.
Sign it online if you want.
Right, but when we got inside, and I don't know, I guess they got new eyes or something, then things started getting sketchy and shady, and so it just didn't work out. It kind of felt like we came into a big barrier right there.
So we're like, okay, heard. Barrier means slow down, maybe change direction, but it didn't mean stop, so we looked into some other options, which was going through a private seller. Our main source that we looked through was Let Go and Facebook.
Yes.
And we was also considering, do we get one we need to renovate or get one that was move-in ready? The decision we ended up going with was a move-in ready RV that we found on Facebook, sold by a family.
I really didn't have time to put in the work to renovate an RV completely. But how did we actually pull the trigger on the idea and actually afford it? One, it was right before tax season, so that helped a lot. Two, her family helped out, like I believe their sisters.
My mom, maybe I can remember, or collectively.
Yeah, my mom, well,
Yeah.
yes, my mom too, but the thing is, to get a camper, at least what we got, we needed to get something to pull it with too. So that was a thought we had when we was going into the RV dealership was, well, do we buy the truck now, or do we get the camper first and then buy the truck? All praise to the Most High, we didn't buy the truck then, because we would have had a truck and no camper, and we would have had a truck payment.
Right.
So eventually we ended up going to an auction. I bought an F-250 04 and bought it for like
Maybe $3,000.
Yeah, $3,000 max, something like that. That's a whole story in itself.
Oh gosh, a whole story in itself.
The truck was a good truck. It's just
Another story in itself.
And
that's that on that.
Right.
Ooh, so as far as making it worth it, we get the RV. At this point, we found it on Facebook through a private seller. We don't have payment, so boom, that's your first step of living rent or mortgage free. Mind you, we had no experience with RVs or anything of that nature.
We black.
Oh,
We black people. We don't know about them damn campers and RVs.
Gosh.
The hell is this?
But seriously, first time I stepped into a camper was going to that dealership, for real.
Right. We saw exactly what they could all entail.
Right, we saw the top of the line, so we knew, I guess, the minimums of what we wanted, if that makes sense.
Right.
So we was in a house at the time. The house had a year lease, we were paying rent. And at this point, we were coming up on the 6-month part of the lease. So the question is, did we buy this camper, pay 6 more months of rent, then try to make that change? No. We bought the camper and jumped right into it. So instead of paying 6 months of rent, wasn't necessarily to make a lot of money from that. The goal was to make enough money to cover the rent, so we could finish that lease without breaking it, as well as pay for the rent, and we would be living in turn in the RV camper rent free. So that was the start of that. And the cost that we ended up paying for the camper was the equivalent of those 6 months of rent that we didn't pay due to renting out the house. So 6 months in, we were at the break-even point. So that was at least kind of worth it. Like, we didn't lose anything,
Right.
but there was no gain yet.
Yeah. So we had the money, because the thing is, the money for the 6 months of rent would have been spent anyway.
Right. Down the drain.
Right.
On rent.
So getting that paid for by someone else through the Airbnb put some ease on us, and it also didn't double up what we just spent on the camper.
Right.
So, and our goal was to spend a year total inside the camper. At least. And that would make it worth it for us. And right now we're over a year mark. We're over a year mark now. So there were some setbacks in moving into the camper.
We got to talk about where we moved in the camper too, though.
That's part of it. That's part of it. So yeah, some of those setbacks was, where do we move this camper to spend a year in without shelling out rent?
Before Alabama, the whole cross the street thing.
Yes, but when we first got the camper, there was a vacant house across the street
from our house.
Yeah, and so we got the camper and we moved the camper to their driveway, or I should say that driveway, because it wasn't really theirs, anybody's. And that's where we were at.
So picture it. We got Airbnb guests across the street in our house, and I would do all the prep work for the house and just la across the street and get the camper.
Exactly. And we were dry camping.
Yep.
We didn't have any electricity at that time.
We just had that generator.
Yeah, we had a generator, and the battery was working really well. Then
propane based.
Yeah, propane, so we could cook and stuff. And we would shower at the house when the Airbnb guests left.
So it was a lot of time management, squeezing things in. It was a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Until
one day
I'm at work.
Or something.
I'm at work. I'm on the way back from work. And she calls me, there's people outside knocking on the door. I'm like, what?
Before that, we had got a note on the door, remember?
Oh yeah, they left a note on the door. What did the note say?
Something like, move the camper. Like, we don't know whose it is, but this is our property, and we pretty much have to move by a certain time, or we're gonna call the authorities, something like that. Like, and they made it on the door to where they could tell that we had been in, so they would know somebody had came back and
they taped it. They taped it.
So to the door scene, and they came back the next day.
And she was inside the camper, and they're knocking on the door. She's like, should I?
Here's the funny part. Something was wrong with the door at the time. Like, I couldn't, if he locked the door from the outside when he go to work, I couldn't unlock it. I was stuck inside.
And why was it like that again?
I don't know.
I think somebody broke the key inside the door.
There was two different situations, I believe.
No, that was all one situation. That's how that happened. You broke the key off.
The key was a side effect to that situation.
You broke the key off inside the camper door. So now when I locked the door from the outside, she couldn't unlock it from the inside.
So I'm stuck in there, and there's people outside saying, come out with your hands up. I'm just playing.
They knocking, she looking out the window, calling me, should I open the door, should I answer?
Whispering though.
Yeah, and I don't know who it is, so I'm like, okay, just wait, I'm almost home.
What we did know is the people who had moved out the house were Hispanic, and these were Hispanic people.
Right.
So I was like, it's probably like their family or whoever actually owned the house.
And so when I get there, it was the property owners. They were Hispanic, and they were renting out to another Hispanic family. And when I get there, I told them, you know, the situation. We live right here across the street. This is our camper. And she said, okay, well, it's not a problem, but I already called the cops. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. We can work this out. You know, the cops get there, everything's cool, because we already worked everything out. We already got it down, like, we're going to be moving the camper. Everything's good.
We don't have a truck yet.
We still have we still don't have a truck. We don't know how we're gonna move it. So I started contacting people, and then we got somebody to come help us move the truck. And where we moved the truck to was our mechanic, where we were getting our truck, or where we would be getting our truck fixed at.
It's supposed to have been done in like a day or two. So we
Right.
literally was on the mechanic's yard with our truck and our now home.
Yes.
In our cat.
In our cat. In our car.
In our car. Jesus.
Yep. So this is.
I forgot that part.
Yeah, this is like 4 months in.
If that long.
If that, yeah.
2 months, baby.
This is now we have the camper and we're at a damn mechanic yard.
House rented out, prepaid already. Ain't no canceling due.
Right.
We full in. We doing it.
Because now it's like the rent has to get paid. So if they don't pay it, then I gotta pay it. And we got the camper now. We got the truck.
And paying for a truck to be fixed.
And we're paying for the truck to be fixed. And we ended up putting like another $2,000-$3,000 into the truck. Where's the truck today?
Man, that's the story in itself.
Let's not talk about it. So yeah, these are struggles. This is what we're going through.
The
You know
road
what I'm
to
saying?
living rent free.
This is what
It
we're
gets
going
better though. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. So we at the mechanic shop. The truck comes up with some new magical problems. You know how that goes.
But there really was a problem with the truck that needed to get fixed. And you know, this is somebody we trusted that was working on it. And they ended up getting it fixed. And we ended up moving the camper with the truck to Alabama.
I still got that footage.
Yes. Maybe I should see some of it right now. And so this is something we didn't know when I found out about it, but the truck also has some electrical problems. So when I plug the camper up to the truck, some of the lights don't work all that well. So it's like 6 o'clock when we leave. It's an hour and a half drive. I'm racing at night time because I can't be out there at night with the camper right now because the lights don't necessarily work that well. Oh my God.
Here we go.
I just remember.
Now you know what footage I'm talking about.
This footage.
Yes.
I drive the camper all the way to Alabama. We get it there. I see the driveway. I turn in. And then I get stuck in the daggum mud.
Yes, the woods next to our house is adjacent to a stream. So all of that luscious green grass is just that. Luscious green grass to look at. You bet not drive over there. If he take a multi-ton camper and a multi-ton super duty truck straight through that grass.
Say multi-ton, so that is that.
How many is a ton?
That's not the point here. The point
It's
is
a big truck.
The point is I fouled up on the turn into the drive because it's narrow. It's a narrow driveway and there's ditches on both sides.
Gotta get it right.
And it was even a struggle to get over the ditch. We had to put boards under the tires, make it across the ditch, got it across the ditch, and I was trying to take it around the back of the house. And yeah, so we actually had to spend that night inside of her mom's house.
Did we?
Yeah.
It was stuck to the morning. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Or no, maybe we spent it in the camper.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think we spent the night inside her mom's house. And then the next day, one of her family friends came. He got a tow truck business, and we ended up getting out of there. It took two trucks. It took a tow truck and another truck, because the tow truck got stuck trying to pull us out. I forgot all
Imagine it. We're going all around the circle trying to get parked. It's one Ford, then another Ford, then his Ford, and then the trailer. And me on the sideline. This is crazy.
Yeah, man.
Now, speaking of my mom's house, boom, we finally made it to my mom's house. We got the truck, we got the trailer. We are almost done with the house. Not quite, but it's booked up. The rent's being paid. Now the next 6 months.
The next 6 months.
Of making it worth it.
Yeah. So now we are set up there. You know, we got a camper plugged in. Now we figuring out water solutions and stuff like that. And now we're rent free now.
By staying on land provided by family. There's many options that you can choose to stay on where you're not paying for the land you're staying on, but the goal is just not to pay RV park rent. So I researched like national parks. Technically you can camp there free. So if you want to find one that's close to you and stay there, or there's people who full time and actually move their camper around and stay in different parks, that's an option. For us, we went for private land where either a family or a friend will own. And in this case, it was my mother who had the space for our camper to be adjacent to her home, with still giving us some yardage in between. But with that comes opportunity costs and sacrifices, of course.
That's pretty much you've been hearing about this entire video. It's like different sacrifices and things happening.
You mentioned one, the hour and a half distance.
Yeah.
If you own some land where it is legally okay, or at least legally not
yeah, nobody's going to bat an eye.
Then you're probably not going to be close to the city. Mind you, we're from the Atlanta, Georgia area, which is a major city. So us staying close to the city just wasn't going to happen. So for us, the first sacrifice we made was the distance of an hour and a half, close to 100 miles away.
And both my jobs were still in Atlanta. I had 2 jobs at the time, and both of them were still in Atlanta.
Mind you, he got a job that's 100 miles away.
We still got to clean the Airbnb.
I still got to go back and forth, which was essentially my job, managing the Airbnb. And here's the kicker. The truck still was on the fringes, so we were sharing one car, one of which he needed for work the whole time. How we managed that, I don't really know. I remember being very ready to be done with that house.
And not only that, that was diesel.
Oh, gosh. So even if it did work.
And one of my jobs, like I did a lot of driving. Like I literally was in my car the whole time. So driving that truck around the city wasn't very cost efficient for me.
Right. So
yeah, so that was a big thing.
Then we had with the camper, you can't just plug them up. It's not good to do long term for your power system, but if you don't already have that 30 ppm system set up, you can just use the inverter and plug it up to a regular outlet short term. But what is not is quite easy to figure out is your black tank and your gray tank, and that was another sacrifice. And there's a video about that, how exactly we took care of our black tank, but it's a short version.
Right. Well, we got the black tank. You can click the link and see that video. How was that process? And yeah, just had to take care of it. I mean,
Black tank being sewage, toilet, things of that nature. Gray tank being like shower and sink water. And speaking of water,
I was never able to get the camera to retain its own water. It's just that simple. I don't know.
that's so funny.
So we would have to fill up these water jugs. And I don't know if anybody's from the islands or anybody who's had, Nigerian parents or uncles or aunts, some more water.
And we even made like a contraption where it was like pressure based, where you pour the water into that, you pressurize it, and then that acted as like a shower.
We used a sprayer, you know, something you would put liquid spray in and you pump it and spray it. So we got that. We put that in there, pour the water in it, pump it, and you can spray the water on you. But we also used a garden hose, so it came out
like a shower.
Like a shower.
The other option would have been you can fill up your RV tanks. Like, you're not hooked directly into water the way that a house is, or the way you are at the RV park. You can fill up your tanks. For whatever reason, we had some unexpected issues with, like I said, holding water in the tank. So that was our solution, supposedly short term, to still be able to just live the life, not have a water bill, and not have to go to the RV park. Our other solution to the water, cooking was a small thing to fix. Like, I can cook probably with under a gallon of water, clean fruit, things of that nature. But showering was the biggest thing. And we also had a membership at a gym like a mile away, 24-hour gym. So for simplicity factor, just being able to turn on the water, not boil it, pump it, and all that, we'll just make sure that we'll end our workouts or just go to the gym and have our showers there. Again, sacrifice. And that's why he said in the beginning of the video, once he asked or realized, like, if I'm willing to do this, then okay.
Because it meant.
Right. Yeah. We both knew that it ain't made for every person, especially not every woman who's like very high maintenance. But we had a bigger vision. And
when you hear stuff like it's not for the weak-hearted, that doesn't mean that you're not strong. It's just, it's not for, you know, everybody's spirit isn't built for that kind of life,
right?
So, and that's okay. That don't make you weak. It's just, you know, different.
You like the conveniences,
right? And
that's what we used to.
I mean, this is if you don't know this now, if you don't know this and you watching this video, the United States of America is Babylon the Great.
And that's that on that.
You know what I'm saying? I just want you to know that. And there are conveniences here that you don't have in every other place in the world.
And that was one of my biggest like encouragements to myself. I was like, all these things that seem so hard to live without, if I was anywhere else, for the most part, I wouldn't be living like this anyway. Like, there's so many of my brothers and sisters who live a life that I'll now put myself in a position to live. I'll be okay. Boy, that's not all. There are more sacrifices to living rent and mortgage free.
Yeah, and this one was, honestly, it was kind of unexpected. Like, I was not, we came into that. I don't know if we have a video of this, but we came in and on the floor,
oh my gosh,
we had Blessy, cat food in her bowl, and it was overran, ransacked, and devoured by ants.
Listen, Blessy herself, when we came through the door, she came through the door like, yo,
help me.
And she was looking, and she was like, you better take care of this. And I ain't paying no mind, you know, sometimes she kind of just get a little antsy if she's hungry. She come meet you at the door like, yo, feed me first. So I walked dead into the camper and make that little turn to go to the bathroom. There's an RV tour, you can see how it's set up. And I stepped in down the little hallway going towards the bathroom, and I come back and I maybe turn on the light. I realized that number one, not only is there a line of ants, that there's so many of them, it's a solid black line, but I also had stepped on that line and disrupted them, which means that they might possibly be on me. So I'm like, hey! Me and Blessy's like, please help us. When I say it was so many ants, y'all, like, they're not everywhere, but once again, it's so many ants that it's a solid black line from like window to bathroom, which is like 50%. That's our whole camper. What? And the window's not open. They just found their way in.
And they were all over the food. I mean,
oh my gosh, it was a bowl of ants, literally.
They were just going in. They were like, yo, we found the honey pot. and I had to.
Ooh, I don't know what you had to do.
I had to do something.
What did you do?
Took some bleach water, you know, wiped them out, threw that food away, do that back away, spray down the camper, and operate out from the outside, from the inside, check the line. Copper Cool Breeze, my great granddaddy was a farmer, among many other things. He did pesticide work. So, I just reached back to whatever I had in the memory bank to, take care of that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, at that point, you may say I can dump my black tank, I can drive an hour, but what about those unexpected sacrifices, like coming into an army of ants? Do you have the fortitude to take care of that? I didn't, but all praises, we are a RVlutionary couple, and I had a husband who took care of it. I still don't even know how you did it to this day.
Yeah, man, it was crazy.
That's crazy.
But we got over it.
Yes.
We got over it.
And we know to expect it. So it's really mostly an issue for us this summer. So we make sure we spray and kind of be proactive about the issue as we claim up on another summer at the year mark now. Another issue. We moved from a 2-story
1,200 square foot.
2,000 was it? It was 1,200 square foot, 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, 2-car garage house. Plenty of storage, plenty of closets. Literally both had our own closet in the house. To this camper.
Where we put everything in.
Look at the tour, y'all, so y'all can see just like how much of a camper we have. There's some pretty big campers out there, and we do not have the biggest one. We don't have the smallest, but we do not have the biggest
27
one.
feet. Watch the video.
Watch the video. And that's just that. Like, there's one very tiny closet. It's more so not put your clothes in. It's like, let's fit in my work outfit for the day type situation. Let's put a couple towels. And then it's more like, lift up the bed, lift up this couch, lift up this, and find storage. You gotta be really creative with your storage solutions. Maybe I'll show you how we have it set up eventually, but storage, one of the biggest solutions to that was just get rid of a lot of stuff. I remember calling people over like to help me pack, and it was literally sisters coming over, like, not just to pack, but more so to take. Like, okay, you see any shoes up here you can fit, take them. I already got my one box that I can take. Clothes, take it. And a lot of stuff got donated, and a few things even got thrown away. All of our furniture was given away, from TVs to couches to everything. Our beds, everything that was worthy of being given away. A few things we kept that was like gifts or just really high quality. For the most part, everything just was given away.
Yeah.
And there's going to be other sacrifices to consider as well.
For some,
just based on
the type of camper you get, or your living situation, and where you at in the U.S. or
many of things.
Wherever you at in the world.
Like, for instance, one that would pertain to our particular camper does not have an oven. Where it looks like there's an oven, it really just opens up their storage where my pots are. So I only have a stove top. So when it comes to baking anything, and I was really big on like baking chicken, things of that nature. No, none of that. That wasn't a big adjustment for me. I just learned to cook most things stovetop, crock pot. And if I really wanted to, I could have bought the toaster oven, but I wasn't willing to give up the counter space for it. But just consider the things as pertaining to your particular situation. And then also be prepared for the unexpected to happen.
Like AC failure.
We live in the South.
You can't have your AC going out. And imagine sitting in your car with it off in the middle of July, August. That's how it is inside a camper.
It's $10.
If that air cuts off, it's gonna get hot fast. If the heat cuts off, it's gonna get cold fast. So when the AC went out, I had, go back to enroll back in the YouTube University and get another degree.
Right.
I took a course on how to fix a camper AC unit. It was pretty simple.
All on top of the camper in July.
I'm not sure if we have that video or not. We do. We'll show you some of it. Yep, got up there, opened it up. It was simple. We just had to clean out the filter. It needed it. It had to clean out the gunk, clean out the gutters to where the water runs off.
Things we didn't even know were there.
Right.
Again, new to RVs, just learn as you go.
We're just out there like, playing with damn knives. It was open wheel cut ourselves. And
another unexpected failure.
What's that?
The truck.
Oh yeah, the truck gave out. The truck
After
lost
all the repairs,
the rest of life.
we still had issues that was unresolvable, or
And then the final blow got hit with an uppercut. He got towed away.
after one of the failures.
Yeah, it was. I had to leave it at a friend's apartment complex. It was there for a little too long.
And we all know how towing costs work, and that was it.
Oh, and that brings us to this point. Now, ideally, you would think, well, you should have the money to get out the tow shop. You know, y'all living rent free. Once we got out from the house, it was lease was over.
In this situation, to have less bills finally.
Yeah, we got less bills. You know what I'm saying? I start making less money. Like, just boom. It was like, yo, wait, hey.
Mind you, at this point, had you already had the second job?
Yeah, I had 2 jobs. I had 2 jobs the whole time.
You just really never know. Like,
Oh, well, no, Emory, well, that's not kind of bad on that one. But the other job had ended. I was done with that job. Now I was down to 1 job. But that 1 job was still, should have been making more money. And it wasn't at the time. So, but it kind of, you know, worked out because I did have less bills at the same time.
so we can afford to be broke.
Right, I could afford it. Then I eventually ended up getting a second job, and then this is the last 6 months that we're talking about. We get in the truck and we start making our time worth it. So now it's been over a year. It's definitely been worth it.
It's been worth
It's
it.
been worth it. We've been through a lot. It's funny, like reflecting back, I didn't realize how much we actually had gone through in this time.
And mind you, as he said, having less bills allowed us to be able to not have money for a time. Even though he got a second job to kind of help us out during that time, it allowed us to kind of take a break and decide, do we want to just change directions altogether? And we did. We both did a complete lifestyle and career change by pretty much not going to work, having very little for a little while. And we're going to save that story, but we went to CDL school.
Make it or break it.
And we got the CDLs, we got the job, and we saved the money. And here we are now at the point to say that, okay, it's worth it. But if any one of those things just didn't line up the way that it did, it could have been a very ugly show.
There's a God.
And
That's what it is. There's a God.
So,
and he's the God of the Israelites.
and there's many of factors to say, you know, doing what you're supposed to be doing to make sure that he's gonna fight for you, of things that we, you examining yourself to say, like, why isn't it working, and things that you change within yourself. Like, if I, like, Most High, I'm hoping that as I don't know, kill the old man, that you work with me on this. And that's essentially how it worked out for us. So, we stay in the spirit.
It's not just some mystical, oh Lord Jesus, help me please. No,
Oh, no.
You gotta do what he say.
The help me please was not working.
Yeah, if you make a move to where you now have more money saving, you should be giving more money in alms. You know what I'm saying? These are things that you have to, when things start going wrong, you gotta examine yourself. All right, what am I doing to where there's block coming up?
Right.
Check yourself, change it, and endure the trial, and then you'll move to the next level. And that's what we experienced. You know, and it was some nights where the propane was off, like, and it was cold. Like, it get cold too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we gotta get an extra cover and get closer together.
And that is why it is the revolutionary thing to do. You really gotta change your mind on so many levels, like physically, financially, and spiritually, to endure through this process. So we consider ourselves to be revolutionaries. We are revolutionary living, RVlutionary living, and we encourage you to be RVlutionary as well.
Right. You don't gotta be in the truck, you ain't gotta be in the camper, but do what you have to do in your life to get to that next level. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually and mentally. yourself and, you know, just apply it. Apply everything you've been learning. Apply it. And, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, join the revolution.
And that's it. So, thank you guys for watching.
Yeah, thank you very much for watching this whole entire video about our boring lives.
I hope that you got something out of it that can inspire you to be revolutionary your own way. We have a multitude of content around our lifestyle in the RV, being truckers, and just general lifestyle, travel, etc. So, like, if you like any of the content, subscribe would be great. You know, notification bell. We'll take it. Comments, we like it. All of our social media is down in the description box. Check us out.